Good afternoon, everyone. This is day 5 of the Trump Republican shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. Why are we in this moment? It's because Republicans have decided that they would rather shut down FEMA, shut down TSA, and shut down the Coast Guard than get ICE under control. The American people know that ICE needs to be reined in. We believe that taxpayer dollars should be used to make your life more affordable, not to brutalize or kill American citizens in cold blood, like Renee Nicole Good or Alex Preddy, or to violently target law-abiding immigrant families, which we know is taking place all across America. The American people are horrified at what they have seen. But instead of fixing the problem, which Democrats have given our Republican colleagues an opportunity to do, they've shut down crucial parts of the Department of Homeland Security. It is our view that immigration enforcement in this country should be fair, it should be just, and it should be humane. That's not what's happening right now in the United States of America. And that's why ICE needs to be reformed in a dramatic, bold, meaningful, and transformational manner. And if that doesn't happen, the DHS funding bill will not move forward. Questions?
You met with Maryland State delegation earlier today. Is there any outcome on redistricting? Has the Senate president changed his mind on potentially allowing a vote, and would it be possible to do that before Tuesday's primary filing deadline?
I had a wonderful meeting with Governor Wes Moore, with Speaker Pena Melnick, and with the Democrats in the Maryland House of Delegates to thank them for their leadership and for their courage in advancing a competitive congressional map. I also had the opportunity to sit with Senate President Ferguson. He articulated his perspective. I articulated our perspective. And it's our view, and I believe this is the view that has been clearly and decisively shared by Governor Wes Moore, that the best course of action at this moment is to allow an up or down vote in the Maryland State Senate so that we have an opportunity to move forward in a transparent way and see where things will land.
Did Ferguson agree to that, to holding a vote?
It's my understanding that he's going to have a conversation with his members, and we'll see what happens from there.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Can you just kind of level set on where negotiations stand between Democrats and the White House? I know they said both parties are still far apart. You all have said Republicans are largely ignoring some of the guardrails that you proposed. I mean, at this point, are the lines of communication still open? Are you expecting them to put up another offer? Are Democrats going to?
This is day 5 of the Trump Republican shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security, meaning they've chosen to shut down the Coast Guard, shut down FEMA, and shut down TSA rather than dramatically reform ICE. Donald Trump spent the weekend on the golf course with Ron DeSantis. And so we've not seen any high-level effort coming from the president or from the House or Senate Republican leaders. We have no idea where they're at in the midst of a crisis of their own making. The Republicans are the ones who decided to pass this one big ugly bill, rip health care away from millions of Americans, enact the largest cut to Medicaid in American history, at the same time steal food from the mouths of hungry children, seniors, and veterans by passing a $186 billion cut to SNAP, which also happens to be the largest cut in American history, and then turned around in that same bill and gave ICE a $75 billion slush fund. So mass and untrained agents could be violently unleashed in American communities throughout the country. That's a big problem that we're confronting on behalf of the American people. And Republicans are going to need to own up to the chaos that they've created, particularly as we approach the State of the Union, which is in tatters right now. It's a disaster, and the American people know it. Now, I'm here at the Capitol, ready, willing, and able to sit down with any of my Republican colleagues, anytime or any place, in order to bring about a resolution. But House and Senate Democrats remain steadfast in our views as to the type of things that have to happen in order for ICE to be dramatically reformed, which include mandating judicial warrants before ICE agents can storm private property or rip everyday Americans or law-abiding immigrant families from their homes. We believe that there should be a restoration of the prohibition against the excessive use of force. We believe there should be independent investigations so that when ICE or CBP agents violently break the law, state and local authorities have the ability to criminally investigate them or prosecute them. We also believe that sensitive locations should be off limits. That includes, but is not limited to, schools, hospitals, houses of worship, and polling sites. Completely and totally off limits. We believe that ICE agents should identify themselves, that body cameras need to go on and masks need to come off, so that ICE agents are actually compelled to conduct themselves like every other law enforcement agency in the country. These are all demands that have strong support with the American people. And they remain lines in the sand for us because we're standing up for everyday Americans, for American citizens, and for law-abiding immigrant families who are being violently targeted